So, you've probably heard the name Peter Drucker. Most people know him as the father of modern management. But here's the thing, he was also a master architect of a well-lived life. Today, we're going to unpack his blueprint, not for a company, but for designing a life filled with purpose, impact, and constant growth.
I mean, this quote really says it all, doesn't it? Drucker's whole philosophy is right there. It's not about sitting back and waiting to see what happens. Nope. It's about being the active force, the driver in your own story. And that proactive mindset is exactly what we're going to explore.
Because that's the big idea we're running with. Drucker's principles, you see, they're not just for Fortune 500 companies. They are incredibly powerful tools for managing the most important enterprise you'll ever run, you. Okay, let's get into it. We're going to look at 4 key jobs of any great CEO and see exactly how they apply to building a life that's designed with real intention, not one that just happens to you. Think about it. Every single successful organization has a crystal clear mission. It's their North Star. Well, Drucker argued that for you and me, that means defining our unique contribution. This is the bedrock. Everything else is built right on top of this. Now, this slide right here, this is a profound shift in thinking. So many of us are stuck asking, what do I want? Drucker believed the real key to a meaningful life is flipping that question around to, what can I contribute? It's a move from inward-looking to outward-focused. And that really gets to the heart of it. A thriving life, in Drucker's view, is built on the super stable foundation of being genuinely useful. Chasing after titles or status or just the next exciting thing, well, that's a recipe for burnout and frustration. True, lasting satisfaction, that comes from creating real value for other people.
So, you've got your mission. What's next for the CEO of You Incorporated? You have to know exactly what assets you're working with. And for you, your most valuable assets are your unique strengths. Drucker was huge on this. He said that really understanding yourself isn't about some vague soul-searching or guesswork. No way. It's a disciplined process, almost like a manager analyzing a complex system to figure out how to make it run better.
And this is the tool he gave us, feedback analysis. It's so simple, but man, is it powerful. Here's how it works. Anytime you make a big decision or take a key action, you just write down what you expect will happen. Then, you forget about it for about 9 months to a year. When the time's up, you pull it out and compare the actual results to what you predicted. This gives you cold, hard data on what you're actually good at, not just what you think you're good at. You're looking for the patterns. The patterns tell the whole story. And this is why that analysis is so critical. Drucker's strategy is so clear. Double down on what you're already good at. Stop wasting precious energy trying to get from terrible to mediocre at things you're weak in. Instead, pour your energy into your strengths to achieve true excellence.
All right, let's see how this all connects. We've got our mission, we know our assets, but a company can have all that and still fail if it completely mismanages its resources, right? And your most critical, non-renewable, absolutely scarcest resource is your time.
168. That's it. That's all you get each week. Once an hour is gone, it is gone forever. Drucker said that truly effective people know exactly where their time goes. They don't start with their to-do lists. They start by analyzing their time because they know it's the one thing they can't make more of. And this is Drucker's brilliant solution for managing your time and focus. It's not about doing more. It's about systematically doing less of what doesn't matter. Real effectiveness comes from saying no. It comes from ruthlessly pruning the things that no longer serve your mission. That meeting that goes nowhere, that project that's lost its way. It's about making space.
This is the killer question. This is the question Drucker would have you ask about everything you do. Apply this to your projects, your commitments, even your habits. And if the honest answer is no, then it's probably a candidate for abandonment. That's how you free up your time for what's truly important.
Okay, final piece of the puzzle. No successful company, none, survives for the long haul without adapting, without innovating. As the CEO of your life, you absolutely need a strategy for long-term growth and reinvention. Standing still is just not an option. This was one of Drucker's core beliefs for a rich, resilient life. He noticed that the most satisfied, effective people didn't put all their eggs in one basket, like a single career. They built a multidimensional life, which made them more adaptable, more interesting, and way more fulfilled. So here's a super practical model for how that actually looks. The Total Life Framework lets you do a quick audit. Are you investing across all 3 of these key areas? A balanced portfolio here doesn't just feel good, it makes for a much more robust and meaningful life.
And one of the best ways to live in more than one world is this idea of a parallel career. Now, this isn't just a casual hobby. It's a serious, ongoing commitment to something outside your 9 to 5. Maybe it's volunteering on a board, or teaching a class, or a dedicated side project. It builds new skills, new connections, and a whole second source of identity and meaning.
And this just nails the power of that professional reinvention, doesn't it? The absolute fastest way to master something, to really make it part of you and stay relevant, is to share that knowledge. Lifelong learning gets put on hyperdrive the moment you become a teacher.
So when you put it all together, what does Drucker's message really boil down to? It's that a well-lived life doesn't just happen. You don't drift into it. It's something you design, something you build. It's the result of conscious choices, systematic management, and an unwavering focus on contribution. The blueprint is right here. The only question left is, what will you build with it?